Hello and welcome to our latest unboxing video. I'm Eliza here at the Hatfield Public Library with a box of new adult fiction, new adult nonfiction, and to start us out, 4 DVDs. So we have Missing. This is the same people who did Searching. Now we're doing Missing, and it is about a man, I think, who's trying to find his lost daughter. Oh no, this is about a girl who's trying to find her mother. Um, and she creatively uses all the latest technology at her fingertips. We have Plane. This is starring Gerald Butler and Mike Coulter, and it is about a pilot who saves his passengers from a lightning strike by making a risky landing on a war-torn island. That's that's a lot of things. And so they find that surviving the landing was just the beginning, and one of the other passengers is an accused murderer being transported by the FBI, and he ends up being key to saving them. I think this will probably go in action. Yeah. We have The Son, starring Hugh Jackman. His life is upended when his ex-wife appears to discuss their teenage son who's been missing school for months and is deeply troubled. First, I thought it said he'd been missing for months, and I was like, I feel like the ex-wife should have said that sooner, but missing school for months. And so he's trying to take care of him. And Hugh Hugh Jackman's father is played by Anthony Hopkins. This looks like one of these movies that has a lot of big names in it. Laura Dern, Vanessa Kirby, Zen McGrath. Last of all, we have Station 11. This is, I think, the TV minute. It's like a limited drama series. So it's episodes, but not that many, 3 discs. We just read her other book. I'm forgetting the name. The one about time travel. We just read that one for book club, and a number of people have also read this one. So if you enjoyed the novel, or even just like some post-apocalyptic TV shows, here you go. So on to the books. We have The Dog of the North, a novel by Elizabeth McKenzie, and she wrote something called The Portable Veblen. Um, And this is kind of a cool cover. It's got a star going through a sort of VW type van. So it's about a woman who quit her job. Her mother and stepfather went missing in the Australian outback. Then she gets a borrowed van. Is she going to try to find them in the outback? It just says it's her getaway car. I'm not even sure that the book takes place in the outback. So I have some questions, but I am intrigued nonetheless by the plot. And again, loving the cover. James Patterson, Countdown, a thriller. This is written by Brendan Du Bois. It says she has 5 days to save the world. So often the case. J.A. Jance, we have Collateral Damage, and this is an Allie Reynolds mystery. We have a new Jaqueline Winspear, The White Lady, a very intriguing cover. We've got a forest. We've got a guy holding a semi-automatic level. I was just going to say that it gives me a little bit of a historical vibe. And here we have, it's set in post-World War Britain, 1947. Uh, Eleanor White, former wartime operative Eleanor White, veteran of 2 wars and trained killer, protective of her anonymity, but she's drawn back into the world she was desperate to leave behind. We have a new Sally Hepworth, the Soulmate. She wrote The Younger Wife, and I think a few other sort of big selling sort of thriller type books. This says what happens when love pushes you to the edge, and then there's an actual cliff. So I'm not sure this is a metaphorical edge. So there's a couple who has their dream home in a sleepy coastal town. Their perfect house hides something sinister. Um, oh my God. Oh my gosh. So, wow, the tall cliffs. Okay, okay. Wait, so I read that wrong. I got so shocked. So basically they live in a sleepy coastal town, but there's tall cliffs where people go to commit suicide, and the husband goes to the cliffs and finds people and tries to get them. When it said talk them down, I initially read that as like talk them off the cliff, but he's talking them down in the sense of like getting them back to safety. But then there's one victim who I guess successfully gets off the cliff and or goes down the cliff, and turns out Gabe, the husband, knew her, and maybe she didn't jump. The Kind Worth Saving. This is a Peter Swanson. These are sort of like mysteries. I read one of them and it definitely had like a little more. He's not a police officer, but I think it was a little more. It wasn't. Sorry, what am I trying to say? It wasn't like a suspense thriller in the sense that it was sort of like page turning, mystery, mystery. It was like a little more of a traditional mystery, but also super page turnery, if that makes sense. And Peter Swanson is a private eye who's following a possibly adulterous husband. And oh, the trail leads back to the woman who hired him. Yeah, the one I read, I really like. So I definitely recommend him if you're looking for more mysteries. This is a book title I've been seeing everywhere. Pineapple Street, a novel by Jenny Jackson. Looks like it's got one of these stamps, Good Morning America. And it says vibrant and hilarious. I love hilarious. A cancel all plans kind of book. So this is about a very rich family. The eldest daughter has traded her job for motherhood. There's okay, there's a bunch of different characters. So these are all the siblings in the family. It's about life among New York's one percenters, an addictive escapist novel that sparkles with wit. Oh, look, we have a pairing here. We have It's Okay to Be Angry About Capitalism paired with The Courage to Be Free by Ron DeSantis. Kind of like the pairing of opposites here. And definitely Bernie Sanders, let me shake the right hand. A lot of local interest, although at this point they both have a lot of national interest. I think that the Ron DeSantis is more of like a, oh no, it says, I thought I was going to say it's more of a memoir, but it says Florida's Blueprint for America's Revival. And then this one, a simple, straightforward reality. The uber capitalist economic system has taken hold of the United States, propelled by uncontrollable greed and contempt for human decency. It's not merely unjust, it's grossly immoral. And I like that it's all caps. That feels very on brand for Bernie Sanders. We have Kate Morton's Homecoming. I love how just deliciously thick this is. This definitely feels like a novel where if you're just like have a whole day to lie on the couch and read. Takes place Christmas Eve, 1959. Um, it says Adelaide Hills. Is that Australia? I'm not really sure. It doesn't specify. It says, oh yeah, sorry, South Australia. So, a local man makes a terrible discovery, and then many years later, there's a journalist in London in search for the story who decides to, I guess, dig this up. And last but definitely not least, we have a new Donna Leone. Lots of big Donna Leone fans. It's called So Shall You Reap. It's a commissario Guido Brunetti mystery. Donna Leone famously writes in English, but I think lives in Italy and sets all of her books there. And this is a long running, very popular series. I think you can read them as standalones, but anyone looking for a new series definitely could just start at the beginning. Speaking of which, I have an empty box and I will be back soon with more books. Bye.